you guys had, well, some of you, at any rate, had decided to witness a hanging where you met a new friend. That would be Dread, and also made contact with a traveling saleswoman who had set up a booth during the hanging. Uh,
Oh yeah, Carly.
yeah, Carly, who later on decided she would lend you guys the use of her raft as long as you protected her on the journey down the Dunwater in order to make it to the supposed lizard folk village. Because at least that's what she's claiming she's going for. Uh, Oceanus also decided that he was going to go with you, saying that he'd heard some rumors about this and that. Uh, let's see what else. Sorry, my brain is blinking for some reason. I had it all prepared in my head, and then my brain just started blinking. 1 second.
Take your time. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, you guys headed out down the river. Well, before you headed out down the river, Lobu started confessing fears about baby being cursed. It's unclear what's going on with him exactly, at least as far as you guys are concerned. Uh, but the journey down the river has been mostly uneventful so far. You did run into a couple of snakes that attempted to bite you guys, but you're pretty well armed adventurers, and the snakes just didn't know what they were dangling with, and they ended up dinner. Well, at least for some of you. Some of you didn't want to eat the snakes. Yes, it is much different at level 3. But now you've just woken up from deciding to spend the night on a teeny tiny island that's basically just a tree in a little space of land. And it is time for you to continue on with your day. It's only a few more hours, supposedly, maybe half a day, to make it to where the lizard folk are.
Who all saw those lights last night? I forgot.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
It sounds like whoever was on that watch may or may not have seen that.
It was Topaz who saw it and then told Volan and Carly.
Yeah. And Carly, she's up. She appears to be digging into one of her bags of holding, and has set some weird contraption up at this, just underneath the tree. There's a smell of sugar baking coming from it. She's just humming away, standing over it.
Whoa, Carly, what's that?
Oh, it's something neat. It's an enchantment that I managed to pick up somewhere. I think of it as a portable oven. It works by magic, and if you put the right ingredients in, it produces cupcakes. She grins.
Wow. That seems like it would make it really easy to bake.
Produces what?
Produces cupcakes, she says, and she holds one out in her hand.
Are you making cupcakes for breakfast?
Sure, why not? She says, grinning. Haven't you wanted a little bit of cupcakes for breakfast at some point? Go crazy.
Holding it between two fingers. What is it?
It's sweet. Maybe not like you. She tilts her head. Because, well, you're cool and you're muscly. You don't seem sweet. Am I right, Topaz?
I beg your pardon. I can be sweet when I want to be.
Then maybe you'll enjoy a cupcake.
I just don't usually want to be. Fine. I'll take a bite of this thing.
And as I usually have it work this way with a new food, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Yeah, it's probably about as Topaz suspected. that this cupcake thing is disgusting. How could anybody eat the sugar for breakfast?
I'm trying to over chew it. Like my eyes are wide. What is this?
It is a triple sweet chocolate cupcake, she says, grinning.
Oh. My God, how do you not die?
Aw, it's not for you. All right. And Carly kind of flounces over and pats Topaz on the back. I'm sorry. Maybe there's some more roasted snake for you to eat.
Ugh,
Oh
maybe.
my gosh. Is there still roasted snake left?
Oberon is just kind of sitting there in the water, just kind of watching the rest of you. He doesn't seem to have any inkling of what's going on, but he's looking at Topaz's face, and I was looking at Carly, and just looking back at Topaz, and he asks, "Is she trying to poison you?" In Aquan. So of course the rest of you hear this kind of weird, this weird noises that would sound a lot better underwater.
I think so, and I don't know what's in that, but it's. My God, I thought my mouth was going to explode. Made my teeth hurt. It's so sweet. It's like I don't have anything to compare it to. I'm washing it down with some rum. That doesn't help. Oh my God. I'm going in the water for a little while. You know when we're leaving. Splush.
Carly, meanwhile, has a fake pouty face on, and just kind of looks over at Lobu. She doesn't seem to like sweet things at all.
Not for I bet if it was sweet alcohol, that'd be all right.
Don't have any of that right now. She thinks for a moment and taps her chin. Well, maybe I'll do something nice for her in a little while. I mean, she did have a really bad reaction, and chocolate cupcakes are some of my favorites. And she offers one to Lubu.
Well, guess I could try.
I'm gonna say chocolate.
Yes! And she grins widely at Dovin.
I've just finished preparing my spells, and so now I'm ready to eat. I graciously accept one.
Well, you and I will have chocolate cupcakes for breakfast. I don't know what the CLs will be eating, but it looks like they are not fond of pastry.
They're from someplace else. They just they may not be used to such so much happiness in one bite.
Yes, that is a chocolate cupcake for you. But maybe I could figure out how to bake seaweed cupcakes or fish cupcakes or something like that the sea people will like.
Oh,
Hey, maybe the lizard folk would like those too. They like meat more, don't they?
I believe so. I'm not entirely sure.
Then
but
it's settled. I will make fish cupcakes. And she claps her hands together. Now we just need some fish.
I can absolutely help you out with that.
Oh, you can, Lobo. Oh, thank you. And she hugs Lobo.
Thanks, Carly. I'm gonna try one of those cupcakes eventually, but
I want to see her give one of those to a lizard folk. I just want to see that. That would be like giving your dog peanut butter.
I don't have dogs, but I've heard that dogs like peanut butter. But it sticks to the roof of their mouth and they have to keep licking.
Yes. It's rather comical.
I have 2 cats.
Oh, we have cats too. We don't have room for dogs here, but cat would never be stupid enough to do it in the first place.
Yeah, Cassie's usually too smart for that.
Cat would just look at that like, I ain't eating that. What you trying to do, human? Eat some proper food. We're still trying to get ours used to new food because they stopped carrying the kind we did buy. And it's been weeks now, and they still look at it like, what's this?
I have two cats. They like eating this from the same bowls. I tried feeding them separate dishes. One of them, unfortunately, has a urinary tract condition. She can't have anything that has fish protein in it.
Wow. That's rough for a
So
cat.
that means the other cat can't have any either because they share. There's only a small amount of food, types of foods that I can actually get for them. As a result, thankfully they do really like the wet food that I have for them, and they very much enjoy the specially formulated dry food that I have. But the older cat, she used to only eat a tiny amount of that wet food. I would give her part of a full of one of the bigger cans, and she would still leave part of it on the plate, and I would have 2 other sessions of feeding her. Today I gave them both one of the huge cans, and they completely decimated the plate that I put it on.
Nice.
And one of them's a tiny little thing. He's like a year old, and he's still very thin and scrawny looking. So, Lobu, please roll a 1d100 for Trinket.
Hooray!
And today, along with your fish, you have pulled out an ornate scabbard.
Ooh, cool.
It looks very fancy, and it's not the least bit rusted. There's even a small fish design on it.
Oh my gosh, I have to get a sword. Like right now.
I'm going to devour a few small fish.
They are very much more to your liking than that chocolate cupcake.
Pop my head up. Are we leaving or what?
Carly looks over towards Noxie, who still seems to be asleep. Do you think we should give her a few more minutes? She looks like she's very tired.
Put her on the raft. She'll float.
All right.
Well, is there anything that we need to do before we go? Quiet night. How much further?
Should be half a day, I think.
We need to keep an eye on that shore is what we need to do. I don't know what those flames were that I saw, but means we're not alone.
Flames? Should we go check them out?
No, it was too far. I don't think it was a campfire. Whoever was done there is going to be gone by now. But we might not be the only ones out here. And I don't really recall that lizard folk are big builders of fire. And we're not close enough to them yet anyway. I suspect someone else.
We could go check over there and see if there's any evidence. I'm not a great tracker. I haven't been on land for very long, but I could take a look.
Yeah, I could go as well. I could even disguise myself as an animal if I wanted to not make a ruckus.
Oh, you can do that? What sort of animal? What are you going to do? What are you going to be?
Oh, I don't know yet.
Carly, meanwhile, has decided to, while you guys are planning
I don't know.
investigation, to
We'd have to
work on
split up.
making a fish cupcake for you.
We'd have to split up or possibly leave the boat unguarded. I'm not sure I want to do that.
Oh, well, I imagine me and that other sea elf over there, she gestures towards Oceanus, will be happy to keep an eye on the boat. I mean, it might not be that handy in the fight, but he looks like he could do something. Oceanus looks confused as to why he's being pointed at.
You know, he can't even understand you.
Oh, that's too bad. Why don't you tell him for me?
Hey, Oceanus. Carly over here is kind of asking if you could play guard while the rest of us play investigator. You handy with.
She thinks you're hot.
Yes, she also said that.
Oceana just kind of blushes a little bit. Well, that's nice and all. And he kind of swallows. And, well, I can defend myself. Don't worry about that. And I suppose I can defend the boat. I do have myself a trident, and I have a crossbow. And he kind of gestures towards his back.
Well, if we put it off to the shore here and behind some foliage, maybe you won't run into anything.
Well, she can fold up her wrap and put it in her bag, right?
That's true, yes.
Just hide in the tree cover a bit and we'll be back. Well, I mean,
I'm going
How-
to be testing out this fish cupcake recipe then.
exciting.
Have a care. You might be leaving a smoke trail for that.
Oh, don't
Whatever
worry.
whatever smells it might come to investigate.
This magical device here, it whisks away the smoke.
All
How-
right.
Far away do you think that flame you saw was?
Rather far. What do I think? Like at least several hundred yards or farther than that?
Let's see. Roll an intelligence check.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. It was definitely far off between the trees, but close enough so that you could actually see the light at all. But it was
We'll be
like
definitely out of sight of the river. But I think it was in that direction. We'll have to look for tracks.
Well, shall we? And I mean, if we want, Callie or I can scout ahead.
Can I very quickly look around to see if I see any animals or just in the area?
Roll a perception check. All right. Let's see. You definitely see the fish swimming through the water. You see a few birds, kind of, cleaning themselves up in the trees, starting their songs. Let's see, what else would you notice? Somewhere off in the distance, you think you see some kind of deer just kind of darting between two trees.
Okay. I'll turn to the group. I could try to speak with some of these animals and see if they noticed anything during the night.
You can do that.
Yeah. If you wanted to give me about 10 minutes, I could.
That's incredible.
Why not? I could speak with fish.
Yeah, it doesn't
well,
seem that crazy.
true, I suppose. I don't know. Just taking up a card.
Sure, ask him why not. Maybe the birds. They'd be more likely to have seen something that far.
Sure. I'm gonna try to talk to one of the birds.
Alright. And this is a ritual cast, you said, correct?
Yes.
Alright, so you take a little bit of time, you start a ritual up, and when it happens, you can kind of, understand the birds and have them understand you. One of the birds just seem to be, talking to each other very lowly, mostly about getting at the crumbs of that weird-smelling cupcake that Carly's currently baking. Something along those lines. They don't, use those terms, but they smell something that intrigues them. And
Friends, I could probably get you some of that if you could help me out for a little bit.
two chattering birds stop chattering for a moment and just kind of glance down towards you, noticing that you're talking to them. Oh? One of them asks, its head tilted.
Yes, my friends and I do need some help. You see, last night we noticed some light off in the distance down in that direction, and I'll point over to where it was.
Both
Do you happen
the
to know?
birds kind of glance in that direction, and one shivers, seems to be shivering a bit, and kind of responds with a creatures like like you, and not exactly in these words, but close enough. I'm just trying to. Creatures like you, two legs, no feathers. Uh, Two of them were walking, and the frogs got them.
So the bullywugs, I don't know if you know what those are.
The birds just kind of blink at you. Big frogs. The other one elaborates. Not eating frogs.
Alright, did you see about how many of those frogs there were?
They kind of look at each other, and the one bird just kind of tilts and flaps its feathers. More than us.
I made it.
Yay!
Yeah.
We've been playing that you've been asleep while Carly's been offering out cupcakes.
Oh, okay. Got my
Good.
Discord went wild on me then. My
Yeah.
internet at the same time, so it
Happens
was
to me.
really rough.
As you come to consciousness, Noxie, you're hearing Volan make all these birdie sounds, and these two birds up in a tree are making birdie sounds bite back at her.
Huh.
So you wouldn't happen to know the exact amount. That's fine. Do you know if they have
One
a
of them-
base here somewhere?
One of them interrupts you and says, "Eat food? Weird, interesting smell." And looks again down towards where Carly's cooking those fish cupcakes.
Alright, I'll call out to Carly at that point. Are you done with those? Might I have one, please?
Yeah, Carly kind of takes them out and just kind of frowns. I don't think the recipe went quite right, but if you want to try one, be my guest. Just
You're going to
don't-
feed those to the birds? Those poor birds. They will literally fucking explode. You're going to give them that?
If that's what they want, that's their prerogative.
God. Alright.
Yeah, so I'll hand them one of them.
So something
Or
that
not-
smells like sweet fish just wafts by your nose, Noxie.
The
Sweet fish.
The birds.
sweet fish.
I'm making another con save. Oh, I made that one. Oh, that's not bad, actually. You might be onto something there.
So,
I'll try one of those. They're
Yeah,
done.
let's have one.
all right. And she kind of looks a bit skeptical at first, but allows you to take one.
Well,
This
no.
is
Now, see?
definitely not
Now,
my
this
favorite.
is... Oh, this is good. Right?
She raises her eyebrows. Wow. Well, okay, if you like them, I'll write that recipe down. She makes a note of it in a small little notebook.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you. I could probably find a market for that. If I go back to my family or go find a tribe, you might have a new customer.
Well, that's quite lovely of you to say. And then she kind of looks towards Volan. The birds have like landed closer to Volan just so they could start chipping away at the cupcake.
I'm gonna hold my hands out for a cupcake.
And Carly smiles wide at Noxie. So, Noxie, would you like to try one of these fish cupcakes that the sea elves seem to like, or would you like one of the chocolate cupcakes?
She ponders for a moment, and then points at the chocolate one.
Yes! I thought you would. I was saving this one special for you. And she takes it out and hands it over to you. It's still somewhat warm.
Just gonna munch into it.
I think Lobu has his mouth full of fish cupcakes, so he can't talk to Noxie, but he uses his psychic communication to be like, "All right, you're missing out."
Dread, you've been very quiet this time. Did you want any of the cupcakes?
I'll try the chocolate one.
I think that's my last one, Carly says, producing one and handing it over to Dread. I've heard rumors that tieflings love cupcakes.
I'm not sure that they do, but I'll try it.
Well, I've heard of some that really love cupcakes, and other pastries. So I figured that maybe you would like that. It's better than the sea elves. The sea elves apparently don't like sweet things, or at least not sweet and chocolate. Sweet with fish, though. Sweet with fish I'll have to remember that.
I heard tieflings were big into the tail sex thing, but I don't really know.
What?
Yeah, I don't really know. So
It's none of my business. I mean, whatever they're into.
Awkward silence around the camp.
so do we want to? Do we? Well, I guess to go on, tell us about what the birdies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they said they saw 2 humanoids walking down that way before the bullywugs got them. There were more than 2, I guess, but, yeah, the bullywugs.
So that could be anywhere from 3 to however many.
Right.
Well, we were warned about those. I don't care. Let's go.
I
A
mean,
few of them will take them out, and then whoever they got might have left something worthwhile behind.
they also. I mean, they might still be alive. I don't know. Well, that does seem unlikely, actually.
Your bird said they got killed.
I'll turn back to the birds. Did you say they got killed or that they just got taken?
The bird kind of look at each other for a minute and just start, kind of flicking things back and forth. Like, did you see? Did you see? Did you see? It's like, then they look back at you and says, "Think killed."
Okay, thank you. They said they think that they were killed?
Okay, well, doesn't matter. I guess we're looking either way, right? So, let's do this.
Actually holds up a sign of
Heck,
Nolan.
yes.
Can you talk to animals?
Yeah, it's a new thing I can do. It's odd, but yeah.
I'm moving ahead. I've got some rudimentary tracking skills, and I'm going to attempt to be stealthy.
All right. Oceanus and Carly are going to hold the camp. While the rest of you guys, are all the rest of you guys going out to scout?
I'll
I am.
follow the scout. I'm not very sneaky.
I'll follow behind, but stay within sight distance of.
I see how you are, Lubu. I see how you are.
There we go.
Got to outdo me by at least 3.
We all rolled well. That's the important thing.
Noxie will also try to stay ahead, I guess.
All right.
Watch Noxie roll a 30.
Oh my God!
Did you make a survival one as well?
Noxie's too busy eating her cupcake. She's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Noxie decided to start following you while eating the cupcake, and somehow she tripped over a root and is making a lot of noise.
She just keeps eating the cupcake on the floor.
Doesn't help. She's trying to be stealthy while she's sitting there going, nom, 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 nom.
So as Topaz and Lubu out in the front, start looking around, getting into the forest. Well, not really swamp, trees, kind of foresty, watery. Kind of ducking between the trees. You eventually start seeing bits of tracks. Not anywhere near where you camped last night exactly, but kind of moving. I want to say perpendicular is the correct way to say, away from the river. You
Right.
see evidence of booted footsteps in one section. That's what Topaz sees. But Lubu also spots what looks like the indents of webbed feet nearby.
I'll point them out to Topaz and use our small animal communication to sign language out that there's these webbed footprints.
Can we tell how many of each?
Roll investigation.
Yeah, that's my forte. You can tell.
Yeah, you have no idea. As far as you can tell, there's one of each. All I can think of right now is a line from Star Wars saying people move in single file to hide their numbers.
Noxie's gonna give a look to it.
Alright?
Nope.
You think that there might be at least 3 individuals here, but you're not sure.
Noxie just shrugs and goes back to her cupcake.
I'll sign either way where we know which direction they're going.
Yeah, the path in the soft ground here is not that hard to follow.
Do we have any idea if bullywugs are daytime creatures, or I would assume they must be, but I don't know.
Roll nature.
I'll assist on that. Ooh, unneeded.
Could I also make the check to figure out like if they have dark vision or not?
Give me 1 second. Yes, but roll nature, and I will let you know all of that.
Alright.
To pull up my page with the bullywugs on it.
It's always gonna be a 10 for me.
I was gonna say that 3 times in a row.
Alright. So, you're pretty sure that bullywugs, for the most part, are daylight hunters and ambushers, because they don't have dark vision. They can swim, however, and it's very possible that if those travelers that were referenced were ambushed at night, that they most likely stumbled very close into a bullywug camp during the night, and therefore got taken instead of being hunted down, being it was nighttime.
Lobu's mind thing is one way or two way.
It's 2-way. Awakened Mind is it's silent communication between a whole group.
All right.
Basically.
Well, then, at first opportunity, then, if he's using that on me, I will ask how far he can send that. Maybe he can let the others know, because if that's what we're moving into, we might come into that same camp by the time we get down to where I saw the fire. In which case, that could really be bad. They need to be on their guard. If anybody's got any defensive stuff, they want to put it up now.
We'll say you probably sign that to me, because Lobu's never going to, after our confrontation last time, I don't think he'll ever try and connect with
that's
you
fair.
without, like, express. But yeah, I think Lobu will then reach out and talk to Dovin about it.
Okay. If the camp is somewhat nearby, can I see anything that looks like there might be a camp nearby or some sort of path that leads to it?
Let's see. I'll go with either perception or investigation at this point.
For anybody or Dovin?
Since Dovin's the one who asked.
All right.
Alright, so, Dovin, you take a look around. You smell the air. It's mostly, a lot of, bog and marshy scent, but you smell this you detect this faint odor of what's most likely a campfire. And that seems to be heading off towards the north, essentially following this trail of footprints at the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna tap, so who's next to me? I'm gonna tap Bolin and Noxie on the shoulder and then kind of crouch down and put my finger to my mouth, kind of like a shushing motion.
Noxie just tilts her head at you, gives you a look.
They're nearby. And I'm gonna point north. And I'm gonna say, I can smell them.
Noxie holds up a sign, like it could chat around anyway.
But I'm gonna move up closer to Lobu and Topaz, and point out that I think I smell something to the north.
Nod. We have to decide now. We're going to attack them or leave them be.
If we leave them
I
be,
see.
they're going to hurt someone else.
I think we should wreck their shit, personally.
Let's do it.
Then,
If we get
as
close,
we're-
wait for me and Lobu to get around to the other side of them.
as we start moving, I'm going to cast Heroism on Topaz.
How long's that last? 10 minutes?
Just one. So
Just
hopefully
one.
we'll catch up to him quick.
Hope we run into them soon. Okay. Can you post that for me? I forget what it does.
It's a
What's
good
your-
spell.
How many temp hit points?
4.
4. All right.
So, I've been doing something wrong stealth-wise. I can't hide behind medium creatures, which I've been doing. So I'm gonna stop doing that.
Alright.
That's something that only halflings can do.
Yeah, that's what I keep getting confused about. Sometimes I confuse halflings and goblins.
Yeah.
That's one of those world things where it should be both if one can have it, but
Yeah, but I think with halflings it's because of the luck of their goddess.
Hmm.
Same reason why halflings have the halfling luck feature.
Yeah, and also it's goblins aren't like tiny. They're still a sizable, like they're like the size of children. So
Yeah, they're about the
it's not
same
like
size as halflings, maybe a little bit bigger.
Children
Yeah.
with football heads.
I think
Yeah.
what's happening is the ears stick out.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Stick out further than on halflings, yeah. So,
All right, let's move quick as possible.
Yeah.
Quick and quiet.
if Topaz is going first, Topaz, can you re-roll a stealth check?
Sure.
Alright. So you're creeping along. Is anyone following after Topaz, or are you guys staying put until Topaz reports back?
Well, Noxie has finished her cupcake, so she's going to follow Topaz.
I'll stay put.
Alright.
Well, I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the plan was that Topaz, Noxie, and maybe Lobu were going to sneak around the other side, and we were going to try and flank.
Yes.
So we're all going to go, but we're going to go in sort of like a pincer or two separate groups.
Yeah.
I'm rolling garbage. I don't know why I keep rolling so bad.
Your bad's still fine, at least.
Yeah. Expertise stealth is pretty good.
I'm just gonna move
Show
your tokens
off,
over here.
Lobu.
Alright, so Noxie is making a little bit of noise. You can kind of hear her feet squishing along the mud. So Dovin, Volan, and Dread, are you guys staying in one spot, or are you going around the other direction?
We're going around the other
Alright, then I
direction.
need stealth checks for you guys as well.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Oh,
Okay.
thank
So
God.
let's see.
Thanks for casting that now.
Yeah, that'll help with Dread. So Volan got a 15. I got a 14.
Let's see. Pass. Let's see. Still.
Dread
I
got
got-
a 20, and Randy is very hard to hear and see because he got a 28.
The only reason I didn't cast it before because it only affects people that are
Within 30 feet of the caster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't screwing you guys over. It's just it only works to the people next.
No,
to
no,
you.
I know how it works. That's fine.
Alright. Just for the sake of good stuff, you guys are sneaking around there. So, as you guys, take your two different routes to start sneaking around, from different positions, you discover an open part of the swamp where dead trees and various rocks have been pushed over to what forms some kind of crude barricade. It's about, let's see how distant this is. So yeah, it's probably about 30 or 40 feet around. Let me draw a real quick thing for you guys so you can see. Or actually, probably better if I find a good token for that. Barrack. Okay, let's go with this. So it's basically a bunch of logs, mostly dead logs, and various bits of stones that have been found and pulled over to form a more centralized area, which is about this big as you guys come upon it from two different directions. Inside, you can see like one entrance. As you guys were sneaking around, you kind of saw it in the front, where you saw several bullywogs, or at least what you heard described as bullywogs, kind of frog people, holding spears. A couple of them seem to be looking out and are looking over in this direction, though one has their head turned towards this direction.
Can we see them, or because I don't actually see them?
Yeah, hold on. I'm putting the tokens out now.
So this is it. This is sort of like a house-like thing, or this.
It's you don't know
More
what
like
it
a
is.
wall.
It's kind of like this wall going up around.
A massive hay bale.
Yeah, that's the best token I could find to represent what I was thinking about.
How tall is this barricade?
Let's see, probably about 10 feet.
And that's the only entrance we see?
Yes, that one in the front there. Looks like the four frog people out front are the guards.
We could probably climb over.
Well,
That be
unless something else happens in advance, I will happily start things off. But I'm going to be attempting to clear that barrier using Step of the Wind, which gives me a high jump of 10 feet plus.
Okay.
And just try to clear it and silently come up upon the nearest group from behind.
Alright. So, let's see. Step of the Wind. Can you display the features of that, please?
Sure. Well, it's a key thing.
And still, even as you're clearing it, in order to land properly, you will still need a acrobatics check.
Okay.
Alright, so you jump. Hold on, let me move this to the back. You jump up and over, landing on the inside. However, you do not land quietly with that check. And while you sort of surprise the frogs that are inside there, there's actually quite a bit of them. Let me put out the rest of the tokens now. Sorry, it's gonna take a minute.
Oh no.
Oops. Oh boy.
Well, if he can
Yeah.
jump in,
Just
he
remember,
can jump out, right?
And any of the bullywogs that are inside this token range here, the rest of you cannot see. Oops.
Whoop.
Background. To the back. There we go. I just had to move that to the background for now, so that it's easier to say. So you got this guy here. A couple of these guys here.
We'll be right back.
Is there any chance I landed with enough dexterity that I didn't necessarily alarm them all?
Well, you definitely alarmed the ones that you nearly landed on.
That's fine.
Okay. Let me move that one. Put the right one in there. Oops. Bullywug.
I'm providing what's known in government circles as a distraction.
Ooh, laddie.
And one more token.
Very distraction who is regretting life choices right now.
You do notice that this place is, you know, a barracks of some kind. You do notice that there's two freshly killed bodies of what looks like humans in leather armor, off to one side. There's also a pile of what looks like treasure over in one corner nearby that giant toad over here. Where there seems to be a bullywug figure on top of that. You get to well, you said you didn't get a complete surprise on these guys. You do have an opportunity to hit at least one of them with an attack
Okay.
for initiative.
Are we all rolling?
No, Topaz gets to roll and then we do initiative.
All right, then let me turn my momentum into a nice roundhouse kick and try to smash him in the
Oops.
face.
Wrong. I have the wrong one up there again, don't I? Hold on. I wasn't supposed to do one of those. It was supposed to do one of these. There we go. They'll look the same to you guys, but the tokens are different things setting on them.
It's like Topaz just lands in there, and it's all like,
Quick question, just because I need to ask it. Is there a chance Noxie and Lobu will get a surprise round since they saw her going over and know shit's about to get crazy?
Sure. You probably have a surprise on this one over here.
oh, easy.
Well, what I'd like to do actually is cast Fairy Fire.
Alright.
That was just one attack. If I get a whole round's worth of attacks, I would be doing a flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dexterity.
Okay. I'm just trying to calculate something here. If I were to run up to the wall, it would take like 20 feet. And then because I have second story work, which doesn't take extra movement to climb, I could probably climb up there, and that would take all my movement, right?
Probably. Give me 1 second. I need to calculate all this dexterity thing and try to figure out why this 0 foot thing is still sitting there. 6 of them, so I have to roll it 6 times. Got it. Oh. And it's still whispering for some reason. I don't know why it automatically goes with whisper, even though I told it not to start off with whisper. Wow, you fairy fired the majority of them.
No, you fairy fired them.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's just that I made a bunch of rolls, you couldn't see any of them. What's your DC on that? Your saving throw, DC?
It's pretty low. It's only at 12.
Okay, so that one succeeded, this one failed. What color would you like it to be?
Blue.
Alright. This one's blue. You can't see them yet, but that one's blue. This one's fine, and this one's blue. Alright, now, Noxie, you wish to, run climbing faster? Yeah, so you should be able to climb over at least the top of this barricade.
Yeah. But then he just fired them. So I think it's a better idea if I just attack them. Actually,
All right.
let's see if I get the best
Yeah, that guy.
line of sight.
So this is the one here that you can probably surprise around on it.
All right, I'll shoot that one with a crossbow.
Okay.
It's surprise because I get advantage, right?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Yeah. One hit, one kill. The bolt just flies out of your arm, and just as it's turning around to look, you shoot it right through the eye, and it drops.
Mm-hmm. And this is just I don't get a whole round, right?
Correct.
I just get a.
This is
Okay.
a surprise.
Okay then.
That makes me feel so much better.
Did I get my other two?
What?
I hadn't done my flurry of blows yet. You didn't tell me if I hit with the first attack.
Oh no, you didn't. Sorry. I thought I said that. I managed to dance out of
Alright.
the way of that attack.
Then flurry of blows. First on that topmost one.
This was just a surprise hit after you did your action of jumping over.
That was an action. That wasn't just part of movement.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. That was a key point spend. Never mind then. Go ahead.
Does a 16 hit?
Keep forgetting monks. Sorry, I was trying to focus on. Which one did you attack again? I'm sorry.
This one?
I was trying to set up initiative on everybody. Yeah, that would definitely hit.
Okay. No reactions till the end of my next turn on him.
Okay.
And the second flurry attack will go to the next one down. And
Yeah,
probably misses on that
that's
one.
a miss. Yeah.
I wasn't actually done with movement. That was 20 to there. Only the one gets a reaction. Let me see. 15. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I can get there. That's 40. So that would be it. I basically jumped over, hit the one. One of your guys gets an attack of opportunity on me if he's aware of me, and then
Yeah, definitely aware of you.
move the rest of the way to get in the face of the big frog. That will miss.
Yeah.
And that's it for me.
Alright.
Everybody roll initiative.
Yes, please.
When we get TPK, there's confidence.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun. Because originally this battle was supposed to be in waves, but since Topaz decided to jump in, well, they're all going at once.
You're welcome, guys.
Oh boy.
Thankfully, the
I
majority of the bullywugs are really easy to kill.
I was gonna say I feel a lot better after Noxie one-shotted that dude.
Yeah. Oops, wrong thing.
Happen when you sign the legal documents for traveling with Topaz. Third party agrees that the first party, hereafter known as Topaz, will occasionally cause events to spiral wildly out of control.
Yeah, well, we love Topaz anyway. We just hope she doesn't die.
I didn't remember.
Dread gets to go first.
Signing that.
Dread, you basically heard the sound of your crossbow bolt, and you heard what sounds like some sort of mad croaking from inside this barricade. Safe to say, something has happened.
Exactly. Oh, move down this way.
You also see that this guy over here is now lit up with blue light.
Oh, let's see. I will move to there. Means I actually have advantage on that one.
Yes, you do. In case you wanted to see what these guys look like up close, that's the bullywugs for you. Alright.
Oh, it's a
Dead.
hog.
Dead.
It's not dead, but it kind of reels back as a crossbow bolt slams into his shoulder.
And bonus action, I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Alright.
That's it.
And then we're going up to Volan.
Alright, first I'll move my 30 feet closer. And I'm going to chuck a javelin at the one covered in blue.
Yep. You have advantage. It's already like trying to wrench. It was standing there trying to wrench that crossbow bolt out of its shoulder when you let the javelin, and it sinks right into the poor thing. Well, not poor things, but right into the thing's mouth, and literally pins it to the ground by that javelin. It's kind of hanging there now, impaled on it.
And I would like to use my bonus action to rage.
Alright, so that bullywug's dead, doesn't get a turn. This one over here kind of looks around, sees that Topaz is heading where Topaz is heading, and will, let's see, 20 feet, can it make it over to you? Yes. So it runs over here croaking wildly and tries jabbing at you with a spear, and attempts to bite you.
Alrighty then. That's not going to last long. There's my 4 temp.
Next one, the one that you injured, shakes itself loose, makes a really loud croaking noise, and comes up over here. And
Hold on. 11, 10, 9, 7 real.
And it's now moves
What?
into flanking. Oops, it's not the one I wanted. I wanted the blue.
15.
It'll start jabbing you with its spear and
Party.
trying to bite you.
Yep. Miss and a miss.
Yeah. This one looks up, sees the king, or the guy on the toad is being threatened, comes over here and launches a spear at you. Oops, it doesn't have advantage. It missed. Sorry about that. So it currently is without spear, as the spear kind of clatters to the ground about here. And the next one comes over here. Does not have advantage. And misses with both its spear and its bite. So, Kali, what does the crab wish to do?
Crab's gonna climb onto Noxie's shoulder. And can Callie get the help action from the shoulder? Or does she have to be next to the enemy? Probably next to the enemy.
If
in combat, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So she's just gonna chill on Noxie's shoulder.
all right, and it is Noxie's turn. What would Noxie
All
like
right.
to do?
Now Noxie's gonna make the big climb and try to climb over.
All right, climb. It's pretty easy with all of this wood here. You kind of get to the top. You look
All right,
over and you see that Topaz is already bleeding.
Oh boy! All right. I'm just gonna fire off a bolt at this one here. Try to prevent some flanking.
Okay.
And that's not advantage, right? Because I'm not hidden.
Right.
Okay.
But you would still get sneak attack because of Topaz, but that doesn't matter. That's enough to kill it.
Oh, okay.
Get another crossbow bolt right through the back of its head. And it pretty much explodes out through the base of its throat. It gurgles slightly, blood trickles down as the body collapses behind Topaz.
Am I in melee with this one here?
At the moment, I'm thinking that you're actually on top of the barricade instead of right next to that guy. You're like 10 feet above, so I'm going to actually put you right there.
Okay. So that would leave me at let me just do some measuring. I was right there.
And it's 10 feet up, so you're at 5 more feet of movement.
All right, I'll just move along the wall here, and then my turn.
Okay.
Oh, actually, well, I'm gonna use my cunning action for something. I'm gonna use my. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Yeah, I'll end my turn.
Giant toad croaks and shifts slightly with the urging of the thing on top of it.
So that thing's actually on top of it. Does it look like another bullywug or something different?
Oh, it's another bullywug. This one looks very.
Riding it?
Yep.
Oh.
Looks
Does he look any different than the rest?
Oh yeah, he looks very important. The giant toad attempts to bite you. And misses. Dovin!
So this
It's
barricade is
Noxy-
climbable.
Yeah, it's climbable to people like Noxy. I'm not sure that you'd be able to climb it very easily. You'd be at half speed, and it's very slippery, so you'd be at disadvantage.
Disadvantage with what?
With just your hands. If you had a grappling hook, maybe. Noxy, to answer your thing with imagine a human riding a giant human, it's not exactly like that. It's more like a human riding on the back of a giant ape.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's somehow worse.
Still,
I don't know. I think riding a giant gorilla would be kind of cool.
I think it's all great.
So, Dovin, what would you like to do?
So if I move up onto here, am I gonna have to make a check, or does it just take all my movement?
Yes, it's a very slippery climb. You're gonna have to make an athletics or acrobatics at disadvantage because it's not a proficient thing. It's very slippery. The reason why Doxy can get over it is because of her class.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the fact that she's very small and agile. She can climb up that sort of thing, even though it's slippery, with full movement and not have to worry about much of anything. But yeah, a simple human like you trying to climb a wall, especially slippery.
How big is this opening? Like, how much can I see inside?
You could probably see the front of it would be like 2 bullywugs, so like 10 feet.
Okay, so I can't really see that far in.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can see this guy over here. And there's a soft blue glow coming from inside the door.
30 feet puts me there. Actually, no, it doesn't. 30 feet would put me there. In which case, I'll use Frostbite. That one. That's pathetic. Hey! Disadvantage on that missed attack.
And it squeaks in pain from the cold. Next turn, toward order. Topaz.
So, is this guy reachable? Or, I mean, he's not actually 5 feet away from me, or is he?
He's more like 10 feet away from you. He's on top of a giant toad, kind of looking down at you. Considering you're a monk and you can jump things, you might be able to grab him that way, but you would probably provoke attacks of opportunity from the two bullywugs behind you.
Alright. Alright. Let me go ahead. I'll spend my last key point. And I'll be aiming, well, let me do my regular attack first. And that is going to be on this guy right here.
Okay. You punch it right in the chest, and it seems to double back a bit, clutching at itself with the spear still clutched in one hand.
Alright, then flurry of blows. First one's going to go at him as well.
Okay. Yeah, you basically knock your hand into this thing's mouth, and it goes flat. It doesn't seem like it's capable of getting up again. It looks like you've crushed part of its skull in your attack.
Perfect. Second flurry is going to go to the next one over.
Okay. This one, unfortunately, manages to, after seeing what you did to its companion, manages to dodge out of the way and is readying itself to attack you with its spear.
Okay, well, I might give him the opportunity, because I think I'm going to be trying to climb this toad
Alright.
and get up on a level with
I
the
think we're going to
leader.
go with if you're going to try to climb the toad, go with a grapple attack, grapple versus the toad. You're not technically restraining it, but you are equivalent of grappling it, but you're just kind of moving while you're doing so.
Okay, athletics,
Yep.
I guess.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it attempts to shake you off, but you manage to start climbing it. You're now within range of this guy, who looks a bit surprised that you're able to climb on top of the toad.
So am
And the
I.
other guy kind of tries to stab you in the back as you get away, and he misses.
All right. Well, that leaves me hanging precariously on a giant toad trying to get at the leader. That's it for me.
That is such an awesome visual.
I'm holding it by its lower lip. I'm using that as my handhold.
This bullywug comes streaking forward towards Volan, and it has disadvantage thanks to the frostbite. Sphere,
Yay.
bite. Both miss. The next bullywug steps out from the doorway, raises its spear towards Volan. Spear probably misses, but I think it manages to sink a bite down into your hand.
Kinky.
Next up is Lubu.
Lobu's gonna reach out with his mind, with awakened mind, and talk to Noxie. And be like, "What's going on over there? Is Topaz all right?"
There's a lot of frog people, and one of them's riding a big frog. And Topaz is climbing the big frog.
Oh, good God. And then Lobu is going to run over to the wall and chuck his grappling hook up and try
Lubu is a
and
grappling
climb.
hook. That's great.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
I
Make
bought
it-
it for ship invasion.
Yeah, make a. You have to make like one dexterity, attack basically. The DC would be low. Basically, it's an easy thing to hit. Basically, 10 or more, you're in.
Okay. So I'll just do this.
Oh.
No.
The grappling hook, you like move a little around the air, throw it up. The grappling hook nearly falls right back and down onto you instead of over the barricade.
Just give me just 1 minute. Everybody stop.
Noxie, you see the grappling hook just come shooting up nearby and fall right back down.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to climb this wall. Noxie, it's not that easy for all of us.
Huh. I don't usually use grappling hooks. I used to, but I mean, I can catch it for you if you want.
Yeah, let's try that next time.
Bonus action, attempting to throw it again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This time with advantage because Noxie is aiding you.
Right. Do I add proficiency to this? I just did a dexterity check last time.
You're not proficient in grappling hooks, so no.
Damn.
That's actually
Hey.
works because this time it's an 18. Noxie, it looks like it's about to fall again, but Noxie, reaches out with her fast hands and grabs it and just secures it to the side of the barricade.
You are not good at throwing things.
Thanks, Noxie.
You're welcome. She helps you.
And then I suppose that's all I got, I assume.
Well, you spent your action and your bonus action securing that
Yep.
grappling hook.
Is that all your movement?
I'm definitely not going to jump off the wall into the shit. To be
Yeah.
fair.
Alright. So you're up on the wall with Noxie, and you're looking down, seeing all this. You see Topaz scaling the giant toad. You see a couple of dead bullywugs, and you see this guy over here who's eyeing you guys. Is that all?
Yep.
So this guy just kind of makes a face at the two of you. And, basically you see it squat down for a moment, and it jumps.
Oh, I forgot they're frogs.
It lands right next to Lubu.
Oh no.
Forgot that frogs have hops.
And it strikes out with its spear.
That misses.
Oh, yeah, your AC is 14. I was looking at the 13 for a moment and thought that was your AC. No, that's your passive perception, if I'm not mistaken. Thankfully, unlike the other guys, this guy does not get 2 attacks. This frog guy comes out and also attempts to attack Volan. And both of those miss terribly. It's not having a good day. The next one is the guy riding on top of the giant toad. He seems to be looking down with contempt at Topaz, or actually looking over at Topaz with contempt. It has a spear of its own. It's kind of like and it's kind of like just like makes a roar, like it's kind of this loud croaking noise. And suddenly, all of the bullywugs nearby, within 60 feet, look like they are rallying. They all let out a cheer, like answering that croak.
Oh yeah, that's all of them.
That's not good.
Yeah, let me find the appropriate thing for them.
What's happened to this one here?
That one lost its weapon.
Okay.
Because it couldn't reach Topaz, so it launched a spear at her instead.
Okay.
Alright, so after making that croak, it bares its teeth towards Topaz and attacks. One
Ow.
with a royal spear, and then a second attack
Ow.
with a bite.
I'm down.
Oh my.
It makes a croaking noise that sounds like a laugh as you slip off the side of the giant toad and collapse to the ground. This bullywug here, bullied by the loud croaking noise, uh, will let's see, move over here, jump up next to Noxie,
Let's
and
try
jab
it.
at her. And it currently has advantage.
Oh. Yeah, that hits. That does not hit.
Dread.
Can I see these two inside?
You might be able to see this guy inside. I don't think you cannot see this guy from your angle.
I'll attack that one.
All right. Lets out a howling croak as you slash at it with your longsword. Do paladins get extra attack at this level yet?
No.
They get this.
All right. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with paladins, unfortunately.
I
Excuse
think all classes that get extra attack get them at 5th level. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was just making sure.
Yeah, that would be my turn.
Volan, from your position, you just saw Topaz fall off that giant toad.
Right. I'm gonna slowly pull out my great axe. I'm gonna say, y'all know you fucked up, right? And then I'm gonna attack the one directly diagonal to me with the great axe.
All right. You're at rage. Does rage give you? No, rage doesn't give you advantage. Oh, that's a reckless attack, sadly.
It's fairy fire.
Oh, fairy fire. Yes. So you are at advantage. Sorry, I forgot about that. So yeah, that one you basically just swing your axe around, cleave this one basically in two, as it just collapses in two halves to the ground with that axe swing.
And I'm going to move over here. And how much movement would it be to climb the barricade?
The door is right here in front of you. That's why you can
okay.
see what happened to Topaz.
Yeah, I'm just gonna risk the attack of opportunities, and I'm gonna walk
Okay.
in.
Let's see. Let me just show this better. There we go. So that's like where the door is. So there's 2 attacks of opportunity on you, both with advantage. Do either of those hit?
The second one does.
Okay. So that one manages to stab you in the back as you run past. Now what do you wish to do?
I end turn.
Okay, cool. Bullywug. Yeah, this one looks like it's about ready to stab the fallen Topaz when it hears Volan rushing up behind it. It immediately turns and launches itself towards her as the bigger threat at the moment. I do believe that that stab hits you.
Yep.
That one's dead. This one here has no weapon, but it does have its teeth. Still has advantage from the croak, and goes in to bite you, Volan. That one's dead. Callie.
Well, now that Callie is within melee range of the bullywog, she's going to use the help action for Noxie.
Okay.
All right.
She's just going to kind of like flail her quad at the bullywog and try and distract him.
All right. So that puts it at disadvantage, yes?
It's me at
Put Noxie at advantage.
Okay, but gives Noxie advantage, doesn't give the other one disadvantage. Got it. All right. Noxie.
I'll take advantage of that, and I will hit this bullywog with my dagger.
Ugh. Yeah, you basically land that dagger right into its stomach. Its eyes go wide as you rip the dagger up and essentially eviscerate it.
Looks like it croaked.
Yes.
Hey.
Is Grizz, do you do potions as bonus action or full action?
Taking a potion is a bonus action. Feeding a potion to somebody else is an action.
Okay. I will take a potion then, because I have 2 of those.
All right. Ugh. The giant toad.
That's rough.
The giant toad will let's see. I think you still have to make an actual attack on this, but it's basically just going to reach down and swallow Topaz in one bite.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't even think I need to have an attack roll, do I, for that? Because Topaz is down and can't defend.
Still have to hit their AC, I believe.
Okay, still to hit the VC. So, in spite of being down and completely unconscious, bleeding, the giant toad attempts to put its mouth around her, and somehow her incredible musculature is stopping even the toad's teeth. And it's just attempting to bite her, attempting to swallow her, but somehow can't make it.
Oh, I was muted the whole time. Great. So basically, it's just mouthing me, like horridly mouthing me, and just lipping me like obscenely. That's even better. That's great. I think I would have rather have been swallowed.
That would have been an instant death failure,
It's got a tongue wrapped around me. This is just horrible.
And here we all thought Topaz was into kinky stuff. Sorry, Dovin.
Well, sorry for the nightmares you're about to have for a long time, Topaz, but I'm going to save your life, and you're going to wake up to something kind of horrible. Oh, man, 1. Well, you have 2 hit points. You're going to wake up to...
I'm suddenly horribly conscious.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
You're awake in a nightmare.
You wake up with the giant toad's mouth around you, attempting to bite down, its tongue just kind of attempting to get a purchase around you. You're just kind of staring down into its mouth, seeing its teeth.
Now, do frogs have teeth?
Well, apparently these sort of toads do.
Yeah. Only some frogs have teeth, and I find that disturbing to think about.
Hey, same goes for whales. Not all whales have
I'm
teeth.
definitely flailing.
Okay, so then for my action, I'm going to use Frostbite on the leader.
How far can Frostbite reach?
I believe 60 feet. Yeah, 60 feet.
Then, yeah, that should be okay. Yep. We're good.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
the world doesn't even seem to notice. Anything else you can do, Devin?
I'm just going to step back this way just to be closer to Dread.
Okay, Topaz, now that you're awake and aware again...
Am I grappled, or...?
No, not really. It's attempting to grapple you, but, apparently you You're too tough for it, even when you were unconscious.
I have no potions. All right, so can I still reach the leader?
No, they're currently out of your reach of any basic melee attack.
Um, if I move to get to him, am I provoking from the giant toad, or no? Because I'm
No,
on it.
because you'd have to be on the giant toad in order to get to him.
Okay, so what do I need to do to do that? If I'm trying to climb it.
Once again, you'd have to do make a grapple check, see if you can climb it up or if it shakes you off.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I want to do that because being here in its mouth, not good. Oh, maybe you'll fail. 4.
Yep, 4, because it's not actually at advantage. I accidentally let them up, but yeah, it got a 4. So even though you're weakly climbing up its side, it's so surprised by this, it fails to shake you off.
Okay, is that my action?
Let's see. It was half your movement to get up. Grappling. I think grappling I'm going to take as a bonus action since you're really just climbing.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I'm going to try to lever up a foot and kick him in the snout.
The toad or the royal?
The leader.
Got it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. Ugh. He doesn't seem all that hurt. He doesn't seem like anywhere near as hurt as any of his people, though. I mean, when you did that much damage to any of its people before, they pretty much were dropping after not
Right.
long after. This guy looks like he can take some punishment.
Yep.
Anything else you can do at this point?
Nope.
All right.
That's an action, a move, and a bonus.
All right. Bullywug. So croaks a bit and goes for Dovin.
I'm just an old man. Yay. Yes.
We have a gnome in another party who says stuff like that.
Ouch.
Yeah, his bite land. Yeah. Lubu, it's now your turn.
All right. I think first things first, Lobu is going to use kind of, he's not sure what he's doing at first because this is the first time he's doing it, but he's going to use Aqua Bolt at the bullywug right in front of him.
Okay. It's a ranged. If it's a ranged spell attack, isn't it automatically disadvantage for anything that's in front?
Yeah, he's got a melee guy within 5 feet.
Yes. So yeah, you're kind of turn around trying to throw this bolt at it, but he's so close that he manages to lean out of the way before it can hit him.
And then I'm going to use Healing Word on Topaz.
And what word will you use?
Woos.
Goddess of water.
5.
And
Right.
that's me. That's it.
Yeah, the guy in front of you, he looks around what you're doing, and he grins, and he starts to sing. I need everyone within 30 feet of this guy. Let me put up an aura, real quick on him. It's easier if I just do aura.
Oh god damn it! I'm in that range.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be Noxie and Lobu and Topaz and Volan. I need a wisdom saving throw from all of you. Ooh.
Is it charm based?
No, it's The chosen creature within 30 feet of the croaker must make some saving throw.
Psychic.
Damage. Yeah, so anybody who got less than a 12 will be taking psychic damage. And then half of this. Actually, everybody will take psychic damage, but those of you who succeeded. 8. Oof. 9.
Drops me anyway.
Callie, no.
Yeah. Callie goes poof.
I forgot. Is range damage? Is it half damage rounded down or up?
Rounded down.
Okay.
So it would be a 4 for those of you who made the wisdom saving throw, which would be actually no, Topaz. You made the wisdom saving throw, and you have more than
Oh, so it's 4 or
you take 4 damage, Topaz, not 9. So you
Okay.
were at 7
I
before.
was at 7, so
Yes.
now I'm at 3.
Yeah, you're still alive. But yeah,
Hanging on by a thread.
yeah. Lobu, however, unfortunately takes the full 9, but Noxie and Topaz both take 4, and Callie is just gone. She kind of goes poof
Callie,
and
she
vanishes
passed the save, but
on Noxie's shoulder. The croaker looks quite pleased. Okay, this
Moxie's
guy-
not. Moxie's not happy with this croaker. She has no idea how familiars work, so she thinks Callie's dead for good.
Alright, so this bullywug here is going to go after Dread. It's got normal attack, spear, bite.
Both are misses.
Heavily armored tiefling, gotta love it. The bullywug looks a bit surprised as its spear kind of clashes against your armor, and its mouth finds no purchase. The royal guy, meanwhile, kind of like swings around with its royal spear and just kind of again seems to be saying something in a croaky speech. It doesn't even have any effect on anything. It's more like it's yelling about something, and drives its spear down towards Topaz.
Ooh, I am somehow avoiding it.
Yeah. Topaz is so lucky as she clings to the side of that, just barely, side of the big toad, kind of like swinging one way and that as the spear, and then the teeth just come roiling at her. That bullywug's dead. Dread.
Alright. I'll swing at the one that just attacked me. Let's see.
Oh yeah, that one. You basically swing your blade around and immediately just cut this thing in two. Its body just going one part of its body going one way, and the other just sliding out. Little bits of guts piling at your feet.
Alright, and I'll move up. Let's see if I over to there.
All right, Vulin.
I will come down with my great axe on this bullywug.
All right.
Reckless attack.
Advantage. Nice. It's badly hurt by this, but it is still alive.
And I'm going to call out to the leader. How many more men of yours have to die before you realize that you're losing this fight? And that's my turn.
Yeah. The bullywug you just attacks you in turn. And it has advantage on you because of reckless. Yeah, its bite is the only one that lands. Actually, I guess they don't have teeth since it's bludgeoning and not piercing with the mouth. Oh, I just think of when it comes to a bite attack that teeth are the more dangerous ones.
Maybe it's blunt teeth. Maybe it's like
Could be.
really like.
Could be.
Maybe it just gums you.
Yeah. Okay, so the other toad is also going to gum you. Gum. Another gumming attack hits you, Vulin.
Just nasty. Just disgusting.
That bullywug's dead. Noxie!
Alright, well, I'm gonna help Topaz out. And is Topaz would be within 5 feet, definitely.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the leader. Yeah, then
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot it.
Oh!
Damn.
I did not roll a sneak attack either, so
You get a sneak attack
What?
on that. Roll your sneak attack. Ooh,
Oh!
25.
You get double your sneak attack, right?
oh, yeah,
Yes,
I
you
do. Let me
do,
roll
actually.
Fucking rugs, man.
Oh my god.
Even with all of that damage, the guy is still alive. He looks very hurt, though. As Topaz saw him, yelling and laughing and all that, suddenly a crossbow bolt just comes zinging by and just embeds itself right through his throat. It stops his croaking immediately. He's still up and alive, but there is blood gushing down. He looks very unhappy about all this. He looks like Noxie made a serious injury on him.
just casual 33 damage. It's fine.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
gotta
guess
love
we'll just-
rogues.
Yeah, and I'm in Aquan. I don't know if you understand Aquan. I'm like, goblins, bitch. Gotta love them.
And I'm going to move up here. And that's my turn.
Alright. The giant toad. Let's see. You're currently on the giant toad, and it can't get at you. So, it's going to move. Let's see how far it can move in a turn. Alright. Yeah. So, it is going to lumber down here with both you and the royal in tow. Towards Volan.
Oop.
And the giant toad will attempt to bite you, Volan. And it misses. So, Dovin, actually, no, from your position you can't actually see that. But Dread can see it. Dread, you just saw the giant toad move much closer. But yeah, Dovin, what do you wish to do?
I'm going to move here, just so I can get a better view. Can I see Topaz?
Oh yeah, you can see Topaz now, clinging to the side of a giant toad, trying to deal with the guy that's sitting on top. And you see the giant toad attempting to bite down and swallow Volan.
Okay, I'm going to give her another bomb. That's better.
Healing energy courses through your body, Topaz.
Nice.
And then for my action, I'm going to continue to ignore the one in front of me. I'm going to use Frostbite on the lead.
Alright.
Hey.
Ugh. You see chilly air just comes zipping around it. It's freezing some of the blood that's leaking down from its throat wound. Topaz, what would you like to do?
I'm just trying to beat the hell out of this leader while I'm up here. Can I bring my spear to bear?
Sure, you're still gonna have to be clinging by one hand, so
it'll be
you'll only do a
one-handed.
one-handed strike. But yeah.
Try that.
Oh, nice. Stab the spear right into the guy, pull it out again, and you can see more blood, a little bit of his guts kind of leaking a little bit, and his eyes are just hard on you. He looks like he is one more hit from falling over, but if he gets the chance, he will take you down.
I try to oblige him, and with a particular dragon turtle style move, I'm going to just try to get one ankle around the back of an arm and a hand on the other and pull and see if I can't break something. And instead, I hurt myself.
Yep. Yeah.
Of course, that's my style. I'm fated to never actually
Roll
with a second attack.
What's your Constitution modifier, Topaz?
Con mod is 2.
Alright. Roll a 1d2. Yeah. You feel like something pop as you try that maneuver, and you take 1 point of damage.
Ow. Ow. I was never good at that technique. I don't know why.
At least not on land, you're not. Oops. Zipped right past a bullywug. Alright. So this guy is the one right behind Dovin. I'm gonna go in for a strike.
Come on, I left you alone, please. Ow, ow, ow.
He just kind of jabs his spear right into your back. It goes crack, crack. Woohoo!
All right. Lobu is going to risk the opportunity attack and move back from the bullywug.
Alright. Yeah, this guy just kind of jabs out at you with his sphere.
That's a hit.
He seems to grin as you start bleeding from his wound.
And then I'm going to try that. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm going to try that Aqua Bolt again.
Alright. Once again, he manages to dodge it, just snap his head to the side, watching you carefully.
Oh, well. And then I'm going to use my last spell to Healing Word Topaz. That's it.
Thank you. I might be able to take a hit from him again.
So, this guy jumps down, goes over here, and begins to sing again. But it's a different kind of song. This one seems to be making the bullywogs nearby all look and feel better.
Oh,
And in
I'm gonna
fact,
kill him.
some of them seem to grow a lot tougher all of a sudden. Like they were down in their health, and now they are looking so much better.
I'm totally picturing a bullywug just beatboxing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the royal just kind of laughs as he some of his wounds close up, and he once again makes an attack on Topaz.
Miss and a miss.
Yeah, because he has this advantage right now. So that first step. Dread.
Alright. I'll swing at that one.
Ooh,
Nice. Hello?
I'm here. Sorry.
Oh,
I was just double checking something about the battle as you bring your blade around, and again it cut a bullywug in half. I just had to check something real quick just to make sure that there wasn't something else that was supposed to be happening at this point. But no.
I'm almost there. Looking at the one that seems to like to sing.
Yeah, that singer right here looks much tougher than the other ones.
Yeah.
Vulin.
There's so many options.
You're currently surrounded by frogfolk.
Yeah. Topaz and we're not flanking because she's on top of the big frog, right?
Correct.
Okay, so in that case, I'll make a reckless attack. I'm going to try to finish this one off
Okay.
with my great axe.
That's enough to do it. That one collapses under the assault. The axe is kind of splitting through its head.
And I'll move 5 feet over this way.
Alright. That one's dead. That one currently has no weapons and just kind of looks between Volan and Dread. And then kind of catches the eye of the singer, who's also eyeing it back. And it just like kind of, reaches over towards the fallen guy over here that's underneath Volan, and attempts to grab its spear. Dexterity. Volan?
Am I making a dexterity check?
Yeah, you're trying to. I imagine you want to stop this guy from grabbing a spear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That. Luckily, it's a dexterity check, but since that's still the d20 roll, it's a 16 versus the 4, even without your dexterity modifier. So, as you try to do that, it attempts to bite your arm. And misses. Actually, no, it has advantage on that because you're reckless. So, I will again. I think that might still miss. If that hits, you only take 2 damage instead of 3. Noxie, it's your turn.
Alright. Guess I'll just keep shooting at this royal guy.
Okay.
I forgot to roll sneak attack again.
Oh, yeah. So, as the royal guy is kind of waving his spear around and making harsh croaks and laughing sounds, Noxie just comes out from the side where he's not paying attention and manages to land another eye shot. The bolt just catches the royal right in the eye, right in the side of the eye, just as Topaz is glaring up at him, getting ready to make another bold attack. And she can see with all the glory of the beautiful crossbow bolt sticking out of the frog's eye as he slides limply from its mount.
Hooray!
Holding
And
a
I'm
thumbs
going
up to Noxie.
Thumbs up back. And then I'm going to drink my other potion.
Giant toad, meanwhile, with Topaz still clinging to it, doesn't seem to
Okay.
notice that its rider has now died, and instead it makes an attack against with advantage against Volan. Which misses. Dovin, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to. And then I guess I'll. How does Topaz?
Topaz, roll a medicine check. Well, she's not anywhere near full health. She's definitely looking a lot better than she was when she was down on the ground. She looks
Okay.
like she's probably about halfway healed up at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and heal Volan since I've seen her take quite a few hits, and although I understand that she can take a lot, it still makes me uncomfortable to see somebody get hit that way. I can't find it.
Ooh, 7 hit points to Volan. Nice.
And then I'm going to use Frostbite on this guy.
Okay. Still, frostbite is useful. It gives us advantage. Nope, this one's fine.
Nope, it does nothing.
Topaz.
All right, attempting to crawl around on this toad and get behind the back of its head and do something semblance of flanking it with Volan.
All right.
If that's possible, like there.
I'll allow it.
I'm just gonna start punching it in the back of the head. I guess I can spear it with one hand. Let's try that.
See blood to start pouring out from the wound that you've made. Unlike its master, it's fairly easy to hit. Do you have any more in you?
No, that's it for me.
Right. It's still up and moving. That one's dead out there. Lubu!
All right. Lobu is going to shout down at the nearest bullywug and be like, I heard frogs suck a bunch. You're the worst.
Their mother was a toad.
No, no good.
It either doesn't understand you whatsoever or it doesn't care what you're saying.
And then I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration and give it to Dread.
What would you like to say to Dread in order to inspire her?
Hey, I don't know you very well, but I'm pretty sure I burned that dude pretty good, and you could probably wreck him.
Dread, you now feel inspired.
Okay.
No dice, kitty. No dice. Don't sit on my mouse. I need my mouse. So yeah, the croaker pays no attention to the bard. I'm here. Meanwhile, I'm trying to maneuver with a cat on my hand. So it takes its spear, gets into flanking position against Dread.
Uh-huh.
I need my hand, Lyra. Cats. And we'll start stabbing at her.
Let's see. Spear hits.
Yeah. So the spear just kind of finds a weak spot in your armor and just slides on through.
Checking concentration.
Right.
Holy crap. It's good treasure. So yeah, it looks like your concentration's gone on that.
Yeah, Shield of Faith is gone.
That's all it can do. Yeah, since you guys look like you're about to win here, I figured I'd double check on the treasure page.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, it's gonna be worth it. Dread.
Alright, let's see. So what's the dice right now? Is it still dice 6 for the inspiration?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so. Just a sec.
Because I mean, you're just only level 2 bard, correct? Since you're also a warlock.
Yep.
So the croaker just hit me. I'm going for bonus action. I'm going to use Wrathful Smite. So if I hit, it'll take psychic damage as well.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Let's see it, Paladin. Alright, that definitely hits.
So dice 6 for psychic and an East rank of wisdom save DC 15.
Let's see if it's still alive first. Let's see how much psychic damage you do. Okay, it's only 1 point of psychic damage, so yeah, it's definitely alive. And you said wisdom saving throw of DC 15?
Yes.
No, it
It's
failed that.
it's frightened of me.
Yeah, you see the croaker's eyes just go wide, and it suddenly just looks at you with complete terror. You are a very scary creature. By the way, Dread, don't you have hellish rebuke from being a tiefling?
Maybe.
Alright. This is something to think about for next time you get hit.
But I think that's level 2, isn't it?
Oh, well, you're level 3. Oh, you're level 3, so...
Yeah, but I only have level 1 spells.
It's not a spell. It's a tiefling racial
It's
thing.
Tiefling racial,
Ah.
it's the tiefling racial ability. Volin, your turn.
I'm gonna catch Topaz's eye and give her a wink, and then I'm gonna come down with the great axe on the giant.
Alright.
Oh my god.
More blood just comes leaking
my
down
God.
this thing. Holy crap!
Oh my god!
That is the greatest picture ever! Oh my god!
I couldn't stop thinking about how Topaz fights in a bikini as she was like crawling out of that frog's mouth. It killed me.
That's really good.
Yep, that was it for your attacks, I take it, Volin?
That's my turn.
Got it.
Huh?
Just making sure. Alright, so the bullywug in the middle here just kind of throws up its hands and it just kind of makes some loud croaking noises, and just starts kind of backing away towards here, just disengaging and moving slowly, trying to leave.
Really conspicuous.
Threw away his weapon at the beginning of the fight. Just,
Noxie.
I'm going to shoot the frog.
Alright, so, Noxie, you're currently MVP because you've taken out another big enemy. The giant toad, again, takes yet another crossbow bolt to the eye. And the bolt just slinks down to the brain, and the toad, with Topaz on its back, or behind its head, just kind of falls to the ground.
Bouncy.
No more giant toad. That leaves only one enemy on the field. The other one ran away. Dovin.
I'll just use the old standby. Nothing better to do.
Alright, frostbolts.
Hey.
It didn't have advantage of that, but even if it did. -2. And it has disadvantage. Topaz, your turn.
All right. Launching myself off the back of the toad. Giant springboard. Blowing right, getting on the other side of that one before I spin around and attempt to kick it in the knee. Probably not.
Nope. It's even though it's in the middle of
I had too much momentum. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. I'll come around and try to elbow it. Right.
Oh,
There we
you're
go.
going after that one. It's up there. The one I took off initiative order because I said that it ran away. But, Alright, you're stopping that one from going. That's not a squeal as you manage to springboard and leap in front of it. And, and it's like, just looks very upset as you're pounding away at it. Anything else you wish to do?
No, that's it.
Lubu.
All right. I'm going to come around, stay on the wall as much as possible. And can I do like a leaping jump dagger attack at this croaker?
Sure.
All right. What would you like for that?
Let's see. You would have acrobatics for that one.
Nice.
You actually look pretty impressive as you're jumping down at this thing with your daggers out. With your dagger out. Unfortunately, the first dagger completely misses as you leap down. Your second dagger, though, does manage to catch it in the side.
Haha. And that'll be it.
The croaker is terrified of dread, but Lobu is now there, and so it is going to focus all of its attention on Lobu. I believe that hits Lobu.
Oh, yeah.
Lobu takes another spear. Dread.
Swing at it again.
That one roll on the damage. Oh god. So yeah, you still managed to hit that, but it's like, doesn't seem to do much this time. You're just going to catch it with the tip.
Yeah.
Volin, what would you like to do?
I'm moving over to this one over here, and I'll make a reckless attack with my great axe.
Okay. I remember its turn order was. It was right there. Okay. So you smash your axe down into it. 6, 8 damage. You just like rip open part of its skin with more blood coursing down. And this guy over here is kind of waving its hands in the air and croaking wildly, like, at Topaz. Doesn't seem to speak common whatsoever. Or Aquan, for that matter.
That's a shame.
Noxie!
Just a scared little boy in the corner here. Is that the last person? Is that the last
It's more
one?
like a scared guy. It's like a scared, middle-aged man, but frog.
I'm just gonna climb down and I don't know, I feel bad about shooting it, but I'm just gonna shoot it. Okay.
Yes.
Alright. I had my turn.
In fact, roll a 1d2.
Mm-hmm.
The mechanism for your crossbow just broke on you. It went twing, and it snapped in your hand.
Oh no.
I was sure that was coming right for me.
Well, roll the 2. It might have. It might have. Dovin.
I don't feel too good about hitting on either one of these basically fleeing creatures, so I'm just going to go over here and heal Lobu with a Cure Wound.
Fate intervened when I tried to kill it, so
A 1.
Topaz.
Right, just trying to beat this one back against the wall.
Alright, that's definitely a hit. The second attack as it misses, it staggers back with the bleeding wounds. Anything else, Topaz?
It was just flailing around.
Yeah, it's flailing its arms around and croaking incessantly at you.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take a look at it, shrug, and drop my spear behind me and hold my hands out and face it with nothing but what nature gave me. And I point at its mouth and say, "Let's go."
Lugu.
Oh, I wish I could watch Topaz fist fight that frog, but I'll deal with the cards I'm dealt, and with the deck.
Alright. Yeah, the first blow lands, the second blow does not. You see more blood just trickling down it. It looks like it's not going to be standing for much longer.
And that's it. I personally, on a personal note, would love to kill this guy. He's been the worst.
Yeah.
Well, you are doing a good job. You're torturing them to death slowly.
So,
3 and 2 hit points at a time.
That's how Lobu does.
so it swings around, having, you're just giving it little pinpricks. It's terrified of Dread, but Volan over here just did some serious damage to it, so it is swinging around with its spear and attacking her with advantage. Which it doesn't even get. It's getting so weak of blood, it's just... this blood
Damn.
is just, coursing down it. And it's too weak to actually deal with its spear. It doesn't even come close to Volan.
double natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Rough.
Dread.
3 of you gather around.
Okay.
This frog is like in Compton after midnight. It is just not a good place to be.
And Dread just takes one more swing, and the croaker is finished. It collapses to the ground, its spear just falling from its hands, and blood spilling into the ground, spilling all over the place.
I'll move out here now. I'll look at Topaz and say, "You having fun out?"
This one's mine.
Volan.
Yeah, okay. I'll walk out. See that Topaz is handling it, but I'll hold an attack. If I see this thing actually land a punch, she's getting cut in half. That's it.
So the bullywug continues to flail its arms about, and
Bite
seeing it's surrounded, it just drops to the ground, covers its head, and just starts, shivering. Basically in an intense cowering position. Noxie!
Noxie's just on her knees and looking at the broken crossbow in her hands. She's gonna pass her turn.
Dovin.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna waste any spell slots, but I'm gonna start taking out wrappings or something to put around Lobu's injury.
Aw. That's nice of you.
So nice.
Do you have a herbalism or other medicine kit?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Actually, I might have an herbalism kit. Let me check something real quick.
Or healer's kit. That's what I'm thinking of. Healer's pack.
I don't have a healer's kit. No.
Okay. Topaz, what do you wish to do?
Almost feel bad. Okay, look down at this thing. Doesn't want to fight me. Do you speak Common? And then I'll switch over. Do you speak Aquan?
It doesn't.
Do you fucking speak Elven? Do you speak any civilized languages at all? You dirt swallowing piece of crap.
He continues to shake and tremble, making occasional ribbit noises. Doesn't seem to speak any of those languages.
Looking up everybody else. Anybody speak the language of these things?
You give me 10 minutes, I can understand it.
I could do it faster than that.
Fine, then I won't kill it. Pick my spear back up and just make sure it's not going anywhere.
Do you wish to stay in combat or come out of combat at this point?
I'll come out of combat, as long as it's not trying to get away.
No, it's cowering there on the ground. No, it's not going anywhere.
I think bullywugs speak bullywug.
Yep, they speak only bullywug. Bullywug is a language.
They might know something about the lizard folk. Or at least the two they killed up here.
Does my crossbow look fixable?
Roll an investigation check. It looks like if you spend a little time here while the others are doing other stuff and investigating around, you might be able to fix your crossbow.
Okay, I will work on that then.
Lobu reaches out with his mind to Noxie. He's going full psychic, crazy roundhouse here, and he's going to be like, "Hey, if you give me a minute, I can use my spells on that." And then he's going to move over, communicate with the bullywug. "Hey, buddy, been a rough day?"
The bullywug makes a loud rippet of surprise. It's like, what? You're in my head?
"I'm in your head, but it's better than my knife being in your belly."
It seems to be shivering at that. You killed the king.
"Yeah, we killed a lot of people. But, hey, look, that's not important right now. The thing that's important to you is I want you to live. But the lady in front of you, she very much does not want you to live. So you're going to have to give me something to,
And then you let me go?
I mean, I'll do my best. Either way, but if you give me something, I'm going to have a lot better chance of you going."
Okay. The treasure is over there. It kind of like gestures back inside the thing. It's in that weird helm that we found.
Let me stop you right there. We would be able to find it, I'm sure. You got anything
I
else?
thought you were here for the treasure. That's what the king was saying. You were here to steal his treasure. You're not here to steal his treasure? Why'd you kill us? What?
We're just here to stop you from killing random strangers in the middle of the night. And
Oh,
Logan
you mean those
gestures at
bandits?
were they bandits or were they random people?
They were bandits. They were going to steal our treasure. Just like you guys.
It doesn't matter. Bandits or not. You gotta give me something here.
Well, I told you where the treasure is. Why don't you take it and let me go?
I'm out of it and all. He's telling me treasure. That's enough.
You're
For his
row-betting
life?
right now.
You want?
He's in the. He's doing the psychic thing apparently.
Okay. Testing?
Testing. Any better?
You sound fine.
That's better.
Cool. I basically look up to Topaz and I'm like, yeah, he's trying to tell us where the treasure is, and I personally don't think that's quite enough.
We'll find the treasure. What
That's
do they
what
know about the lizard folk and the ones they killed?
Nox's
Yeah.
ears perk up at the sound of the word treasure, and she starts circling around for it.
I'll go back into the connection. So, what do you know about the nearby lizard men?
Oh, them. Uh, they've been in the swamps. You know, further away from their the settlement lately. Apparently, doing business with some bandits. At least that's what the king said.
Well, I'll relay that and kind of shrug.
Bandits, the same ones that are making a deal with the lizard folk.
The one problem is this guy seems to think everyone is a bandit.
They said he said they've been coming out farther. Have they been attacking anyone?
Yeah, have they been attacking anyone?
The lizard folk. I haven't seen any myself, and I haven't heard of them attacking anyone.
So he hasn't seen any of the lizard folk. I mean, yeah, he hasn't seen any lizard folks. He just heard about it from the king.
So is
Yeah, I want to tell us how many lizard folk there are.
the bullywug just kind of looks blank. Assuming that Lubu is relaying all these questions. And if Lubu is again relaying back to the rest of you guys, it's responding with, "I haven't seen any of them. I just know what the king told me. Told us, really. I guess just me now."
We killed the king.
Are there any more of these bullywugs?
Not nearby. The only reason we encamped here is because of the treasure. The king had just arrived to inspect it.
Where is this treasure again?
Noxie is still looking for it.
Okay.
He said something about it being in a helmet.
With that information, could I possibly?
Roll with advantage. You're checking around for a helmet. And nearby to where the king had been originally standing at with the giant toad, currently covered in bits of gore and guts, you find an interesting looking helmet. And when you look inside, you see lots and lots of platinum.
Nice.
The helmet is filled with platinum coins.
Oh, we lost.
Yeah, I think 4MB is going in and out with the sound today.
What's he gonna do if we let him go?
The bullywug is basically just saying that he just wants to go away, to, go further into the swamps somewhere way far away from you lot.
Have you killed any
No,
bandits?
I mean-
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know what this one guy is going to do out here, and I think we put the scare into him. I don't know.
I agree with you.
I don't see the harm in letting him go. He doesn't have any people to rally against us with, so
Well, he said that there weren't any other ones near here, but there are more of them somewhere. That's fine. Let him go. He'll tell them the story of how we wiped out their entire clan here and spared his life. Might be worth something. Reputation always helps.
If nothing else, we might have a great late stage. He's going to become the big bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where'd my pen go?
Never know.
Where did my cat steal the pen?
Does that helmet look magical?
Roll an Arcana check. It does indeed. As you go back and see what Noxie has, and you see a huge pile of platinum coins inside that helmet.
Oh my.
Let's just dump that into the party funds.
All
So
right.
much.
You have now. You've just acquired 325 platinum pieces.
Sweet.
Holy moly.
shit.
Yeah. That's why I was like looking over and going, "Oh good God!" At first I thought that was 325 gold, but then I looked over and it says platinum pieces, and I'm like, "Oh my God!"
What the
Wow.
hell?
We're going to have to buy cannons for the ship.
I know.
Shoot.
I'll hold on to this for now, but
Looking back to the
everybody's gonna
bullywug,
go-
doing the little fingers running motion, and just point out toward the jungle and say, "Run."
The bullywog immediately scampers away.
kind of stinks in here. Is there anything looking at other than the helmet and the platinum?
There are an assortment of spears laying around. There's a dead giant toad.
Can I look at the giant toad?
There's some hide armor and a shield. Sure.
I know it was poisonous. I just want to see if it had any like poison sacs that I could take.
Oh, the giant
Ew.
toad isn't poisonous.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No, I was just trying to. It's just big enough to eat one of you.
Got you.
You gonna tear him open and see if he ate anything cool?
Can I do that?
Yes. Roll a survival
Yeah.
check.
Don't ever get in the water, washing off toad spit.
So you neatly cut the giant toad open, get into the stomach sac, and don't see much. You pretty much just see the skull of a humanoid in there.
Whoa, cool.
Well, there's that.
And you said there was the 2 dead adventurers were laying around here somewhere too?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one cast of Goodberry, just to have 10 hit points to share. So whoever you guys can figure out how you want to dole them out. I'm good.
I'm going to go and collect any crossbow bolts that I could collect.
How many did you use? Do you remember?
Yeah, I used like 4, I believe.
So roll a 1d4, please.
Oh,
As you gaze around and pull them the bolts from the corpses, you only find one that's still serviceable.
okay.
Can I find the one I fired?
Oh.
Dread,
Yeah, I'm gonna
roll,
look-
Dread, roll a 1d2. You managed to pull it from the corpse, and it's still intact.
Can I find my javelin?
Yeah, you find your javelin.
Oh yeah, I hold my crossbow up to Labu.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And then I cast mending.
Topaz, Bolin, and Lobu. How are you guys on hit points? Because I got 10 good berries.
I could use a couple of those.
I'm
I'm up
down
to
9.
18.
Lobu's down 9. Bolin's down
17, but I'm
17.
I'm down
17,
10.
but you're fine.
fine.
We take 2 and we'll give Topaz 3.
Works for me.
Well, I don't know about you all, but we just trekked out here, wiped out this entire little village of frog things. We should probably take a bit of a break if we want to risk it with them back at the boat, or we can just make our way back to the boat and do it there.
Probably make it back to the boat and do it there just so we have the safety of the island, and then we'll know Oceanus and Callie. That's my
Yeah,
vote, anyways.
I don't want to keep them waiting too long. They don't. Carly, at least, isn't very. She can't.
I bet she could talk people into surrendering, though.
It's true.
Did we search the corpses of the adventurers?
No, you did not. Roll an investigation check.
Good call.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you basically find some leather armor on them. You find some gold. Oh, that's right. That's where my other pen went. Let's see how much gold you find. You find 15 pieces of gold, which is nothing compared to what you found on those guys. You find 2 long swords and 2 crossbows with 40 bolts altogether.
Moxie's dump the platinum on the floor and just start swimming in it, making a platinum 8.
You also find on one of the bodies an interesting looking potion. It looks very red and a bit sparkly inside of its vial.
Could I try to identify it?
Sure, roll an Arcana check. As you stare at it, you quickly realize this is a potion of fire breath.
Whoa!
Nice.
Oh, that's really good. Bonus action fire breath is so good.
Does think they could make best use of this particular thing?
What'd you say? You broke up a little?
Oh, again,
Yeah, it happens.
does anyone think they could make good use of this? 'Cause I'll definitely.
You'll definitely what?
Keep it. If no one else thinks there's like a really like they could definitely use it.
Use it on the crab.
That'd be amazing.
Oh, Callie. Okay. Well, I can bring her back. I'll bring her back when we get to the island.
And I forgot I didn't note it down.
What?
I'll type it.
Uh, 15. 15 gold. Which is nothing compared to all that platinum that you found. So, is there anything else you wish to do here? At this particular site, guys.
I don't think so. Not me.
Okay.
No, I'm ready to go.
But I'm going to clean up the battlefield real quick and set us back on the proper page. Alright. So you guys have an uneventful trek back from the Bullywog encampment. And you see that Carly appears to be trying to talk to Oceanus. She's just sitting there next to her bags, and seems to be attempting to engage him in conversation, but he's just sitting there staring at her, blinking rapidly. So then oh, hey guys, you're back. She kind of looks away from him in their one-sided conversation and smiles at all of you.
Did you make another attempt at the fish cupcakes?
No, I think that the way I made them before, and I did note it down, is good for sea elves and such, but I don't think other people are going to like them much. Just like the sea elves don't like the chocolate cupcakes.
Uh-huh. So I think we're going to take a breather. Is everybody okay with a short rest, or do we want to
Wow,
do a
you
long
guys
rest?
look like, you went through a lot. I take it you found some unfriendly folks?
Just some bullywogs. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the frog people. Yeah, well, I guess somebody had to take care of them, right? She laughs. Find anything interesting with them?
What's that helmet?
Noxie holds up the
Are
helmet.
you able to identify
Ooh.
magic items?
Give it here. I'll give it a shot. She holds
All
out a
the
hand.
platinum's out of it. I've given the platinum to someone else probably. Or
I got the platinum in the party loot.
Yep.
She pulls out a nice little pearl and just kind of flashes around and stares at the helmet for a bit and smiles. It's like, alright. This here, guys, is a helmet of underwater action. She kind of smiles at the seals. I don't suppose any of you are going to need that.
Underwater action. So what does that mean?
Mm-hmm. And she claps her hands together and says, well, while wearing this, you can breathe underwater, you gain dark vision with a range of 60 feet, and you gain a swimming speed of 30. Which means, basically, she points at the sea elves, it's useless for you guys. You guys already have that.
I'm gonna toss the helmet to Dovin.
Don't hate us because we're beautiful.
Oh, I don't hate you at all, and you are beautiful.
Oh, are you sure? Wait, does it grant dark vision period or only dark vision underwater?
I believe it's dark vision underwater. Because it's underwater action. Actually, no, it does not state at all that this only says dark vision underwater. It just says you can breathe underwater, you gain dark vision with a range of 60 feet, and you gain a swimming speed of 30 feet. It says nothing about only underwater does dark vision come into effect.
Yes!
It is permanent dark vision. Well, as long as we're wearing the helmet.
There you go, Dovin.
Now everybody has dark vision. Okay.
Excellent.
Sweet. Does it require attunement?
I believe so. And I keep closing that page.
Sorry.
No, it's my bad. Yes, it requires attunement.
Okay, that's fine. I can do that.
Dread, by the way, you get an extra D6 with my Song of Rest, if you didn't notice that.
Yeah, I guess I should roll that before I roll the second hit dice, but it's probably not gonna. No, I would have still needed.
We have brought. We killed the.
I can't
Didn't
hear.
somebody?
I can't hear a single word you're saying, MB. There you go. Fix Dovin's token.
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
Yeah, notice you updated the picture, so I fixed the token for that one too.
While we're resting, I'm going to go ahead and resummon Callie.
All right. Yeah, you light your incense and just reach your mind out to her, and summon her back. Your little crab friend.
And give her a little peck on the
Zip.
shell.
Zip 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 zip.
Very sorry about that, dear friend. Appreciate the help. I think I recall something about that too, Lobu.
Yeah, when Callie hears Lobu talking about, should we've gotten some proof about the killing the bullywogs? Carly looks at him and says, "Well, if it's safe now, some of you can while the rest of us are resting, go back out there, get some proof, maybe some bits of hide or something like that, or maybe a weapon unique to the bullywogs, and bring it along." She's just assuming that you guys didn't already think of that.
I mean, I can go back. Nobody
I'll
else wants.
go with you, Dovin. I think it might be better if we go in pairs at least.
Good idea.
Alright. So you uneventfully make it back to the bullywug camp. The bodies are undisturbed. And what do you wish to do when you're there?
Oh, this is. Do their spears look interesting at all?
Well, the
Or
spear that the royal guy was holding does. Looks
okay,
rather special.
yeah, we'll take that.
Would it be fucked up to cut off the head of the royal and bring it to the lizard folk? That'd be fucked up, right?
It's a little fucked up. I was more thinking of like a hand, but even that kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
The hand is less fucked up than the head?
Yes, agreed.
Take a leg, that way they can cook it.
Oh.
Oh,
I mean, all I'm saying is if we want one strike.
Is the king wearing like a crown or garb or anything?
He appears to be dressed in some kind of fancier garb than the others. And yes, there does appear to be a crown.
We'll take the crown, and I mean, if you think a head's the best way to go, then I won't tell you not to do it.
I mean, I'm just saying bringing these things doesn't necessarily mean that we killed them. It just means that we have their things. A head's more, it's more concrete.
That's true. DM, could I just shove a bullywog into the bag of holding?
Actually, yes.
Well,
Considering that the game
Oh, a little bit better.
the game I was playing in, oh yeah, Noxie can attest to this. Noxie, tell them
To
about the bag of holding and fitting a
oh
body
yeah,
in.
fuck that. Yeah, yeah. Our DM was like, "Hey, you guys are really gonna love this NPC that I got for you guys."
No, not even
he's my
that.
favorite.
No, not even that. What happened? Remember, because that guy was small anyway. Remember what happened last weekend?
Oh yeah. We put basically most of the party in the bag, and then because we were trying to get across a gap, and so we threw the bag with people in it across the gap, and we almost fucking failed that roll. It was so bad.
Yikes.
It was nearly a TPK night because of all that.
And
Yeah,
then I dropped an explosive, and that's the thing anyway.
Yeah.
just
At least
D&D
you,
things,
at
right?
least you got us out of the bag of holding first. Even though both Cloud and I were both Cloud and I were catatonic with stress from being put in the bag of holding in the first place.
I got featherfalled and survived, but I got split up from the party.
Yeah, that's because I reacted fast to it. Featherfall.
So I guess we're putting the
So yeah, you could
King Bullywog
you
in
could
a...
definitely put a body or two in that bag.
I think just one is okay. I don't know. I hear a voice in the back of my head telling me that we should probably bring two, but...
Yeah, I hear a little. I don't understand, but I feel it too.
Alright, yeah, I guess I'll just grab another one. I'll grab...
I guess somebody
Hold
is
on.
excited for next Friday.
So I'll go ahead and stuff two Bullywugs into my bag of holding. I'll add it to the party funds.
Ew.
Don't
You
worry,
know,
they're all floating around
like-
in space. They're not all grouped together.
when I told my kids that I was going to go off adventuring, this was not really what I had in mind. Okay.
D&D, where anything can happen.
Alright, any last requests while we're here, Volan? Or the voice in the back of my head? Any last requests?
I think we did our work here.
Okay.
There's a voice in the back of my head telling me that we're ready to go.
Then let's go.
Alright, so you two arrive back at the raft without incident, carrying your bag of holding that looks just the same as it always has.
I look a little pale, but I'm good to go.
You're an old man. Maybe you exerted yourself. In fact, that's what Carly suggests when she looks at you. She kind of comes over. She reaches up and touches your brow. It's like, oh, you're looking a bit tired there. Maybe you should have a cupcake.
I think I don't really want to eat anything right now.
Okay. Well, are you guys finally ready to go? The raft is all ready. Got everything packed up here.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Excellent. Onward to Adventure Lot! Onward! And she just kind of starts off on the raft again. Oh, even Volan doesn't like the cupcakes?
I haven't tasted the cupcakes.
Ah, so she's suspicious of Carly, okay.
Yes, been since he
Going.
existed.
Going in the water again.
Alright.
Diabetes.
Oh, I forgot to mention this before. I don't think it would have been useful. I have this Gust of Wind spell scroll, and I can already do this. So, does anybody else want this? It can make you channel a column of wind that can push people back. Nobody? Okay.
No, I can't focus very much when I fight.
True. Noxie, Topaz, Dread,
What does it do?
Lobu, Gust of Wind. So you concentrate on a spell. You can push people away from you with wind. It's only one-time use, so it's not like this is a big.
Nah, I'm usually trying to get them closer, not farther away.
Gust of Wind has vocal components, so that's a no.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give it to Lobu then.
All right. So, as you make your way down the river some more, going for a while, the sun eventually climbs tall in the sky. Topaz and anyone on the raft who is doing lookout, please roll perception checks.
I guess I can take first.
All right. Topaz, you quickly spot, as you're coming up along the bank, signs that someone else has brought water vehicles up on this land recently. And it looks like multiple foot trails heading off in an easterly direction.
What kind of trails?
Roll an investigation check.
Would that be survival or for tracking?
It's for tracking when it's not foot. I mean, a lot of the times it comes down to investigation. But if you're better with survival, I'll let you reroll. What's your modifier for survival?
5.
So that would be a 9 instead. All right.
Yeah. So it's kind of messed up. All right, I'll point it out. I'm looking for whatever water vehicles, if they're still there.
Doesn't look that way from what you can see, but it looks like someone has brought water vehicles up here and down here for a while now.
I don't think that's lizard folk.
Can we see this from the raft?
You do once Topaz points it out to you.
Is this one boat and several footprints, or are we talking multiple?
Topaz, from your perspective, it looks like several ships, several little water craft have been docked here at various points. They all seem to be following the same path inland.
It's more than one. Look like they were carrying their canoes or whatever they had with them.
Oh, I wonder if this is where the pirates would get off to meet with the lizard folk.
Could very well be.
Should we stop here, Carly suggests?
Well, we should probably... Well, can we tell how recent these were?
Now that's where a survival check would come in handy. I'll let you re-roll a survival check at this point.
19.
You see various overlaid tracks. Some of them have been here for a while. Others look fairly recent, heading again towards the east. Looks like maybe within the last day or so.
This is their usual spot. I don't know why they would get out of the river here. Maybe it turns and this leads directly to the village, or maybe the lizard folk have traps set up on the water. Either way, we should probably leave the water now.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can get off here.
Carly navigates the boat towards where the others apparently had been docked before. She climbs out. She starts packing up the smaller craft, the one that's hitched, and starts getting her things together on her cart.
So do we think we're gonna meet up with the lizard folk, or are we gonna try and be a
We
little more
might
sneaky about it?
we might be coming up on a rendezvous between the pirates and the lizard folk. Some of these tracks look relatively recent. There might have been some coming here before we did. In which case, that gets very awkward. If we're going to try to talk with the lizard, the pirates are still here. That's not going to go well.
Well, hopefully we got all the pirates.
Did we though?
Mm. That would be awkward indeed. We could also pretend to be pirates.
Oxy's ears perk up at this.
Might be fun. Just to play pretend.
Yar.
I was just thinking of trying to say something like, "Arg, matey."
Oh my god, we're going to die.
It's just a suggestion.
Moxie gets some bandages out of her backpack and
Nice.
So at this point, Carly folds up the raft and shoves it in her specially marked bag of holding, and straps that one on top of the other ones on her rolling cart, and smiles at all of you and kind of looks at the trail and says, "Well, I think my cart will be able to make it over that. It's better for, road travel and just, parking here in a raft, but it should be okay here. Unless you lot want to scout along ahead, and I'll just meet up with you later, if that's what you want to do."
I think the idea of a scout is a good one, but even last time was cutting it close. I'm thinking maybe only knock and cap out in the front.
Well, sweet little Noxie is very stealthy, isn't she?
Till we know what we're dealing with.
I mean, I can go with Noxie and be very stealthy too. I can turn into a spider, hide on her shoulder.
Who's saying this?
Dovin.
Yes, but you're the one that has to communicate with Callie.
That's true. Yeah, no, probably better Callie goes.
If you wanted to go, I could find an animal and see through them, so we could also be with you.
Nice.
Do you think you can ask animals if they've seen lizard folk nearby?
I certainly can. You want me to ritual cast again? Speak with animals.
That sounds like a plan.
Oh, you can be sense. Nice. Never mind.
So roll a perception check, please, Volan. Alright. So, once again, you see fish. Not far off, you see the lolling head of what looks to be a crocodile. There are several snakes making their way through the brush that you easily pick up on. There's a few birds, but they're further up in the trees. You see two deer some way away, currently foraging in the marsh.
Okay, so I see some deer a little further down that way. I see a crocodile. I see some snakes. What do you think would be best?
Oh,
Lo-
oh,
Lobu, please roll a wisdom saving throw. Lobu is currently terrified as soon as you said snakes, and is likely trying to climb the nearest object.
Oh boy. So maybe not snakes then?
well, I would say probably anybody. I'd say not the deer, because the deer like to run around a lot, from what I understand. Probably birds are in the same category. So the snakes might actually be good ones to talk to, if they're not mean.
Lobu is currently freaking out. I think he is either climbing Topaz or climbing a tree.
What?
I
Now
said,
she holds up a sign.
I said Lobu is freaking out and climbing the nearest tall object. He just has to tell me which one he chose. Poor Lobu with lack of sound. Yeah, yeah. He's climbing up a tree nearby a Topaz. And is currently hiding. Lobu, please roll either athletics or acrobatics, up to you. So he gets suddenly a few feet off the ground and is kind of stuck. Is kind of stuck there, unable to move any further up.
What are you doing?
It's a fucking snake!
He's just working through his fears. He'll
You
be okay.
you know snakes can
Kill it!
climb
Let's eat
trees,
it!
right?
We want to talk to it, not eat it. It might know something about the lizard folk.
Okay. So in that case, I'm just gonna start ritual casting Speak with Animals.
Alright. Which animal or animals would you like to try to talk to?
The snakes.
Alright. The snakes are currently in hunt mode. You hear hiss. Hiss, rat. Hiss.
I don't mean to alarm you.
The snakes
And
will stop and poke their heads up out of the grass to look up at you.
I see that you're hunting, and I could probably offer you food much better than that. I don't know if you've ever had bullywug. It's great.
Food?
I'm over there
Yes.
leaning on the tree by Lobu at this point, and I'm kind of leaning over and I act like I'm translating. And I'm saying, sees their hunting, points at you. I think she just told them that you're slow, can't climb very well. And, well, she's right, so.
These are very small snakes. The most they could do is eat one of Lobu's toes.
I'm pretty sure they're venomous. They're vipers. Look at the shapes of their heads.
And Lobu is basically going, Volan, don't tell them about my slowness. And you just kind of hear him whining in the background. It's probably harder for you to make out what Topaz is saying, but you definitely hear what Lobu is yelling. The snakes, on the other hand, don't seem to be able to understand anything of what they're saying, only what you're saying.
I apologize for them. They're odd. I need some of your time. If you wouldn't mind kind of acting as my eyes.
Eyes?
Yes. I have. Do you know anything about lizard folk that live in the area?
Lizard folk. What? Lizard folk?
They're, I don't know. They walk on two legs, look like lizards.
too big to eat.
I can offer you something small to eat. I could help you find some rats as payment for
Rats!
helping me
Rats!
out.
Yes! Rats! Tasty.
Great. I'll find you some rats to eat if you do this one thing for me.
Okay. What do?
I need you to be my eyes as we approach the lizard folk.
Where are lizard folk?
There is a settlement somewhere further down into the swamp.
Describe lizard folk.
Scaly, kind of
Ah!
tall.
Scale two legs. And the
Yes.
snakes seem to have caught on and got it now. They understand what you're talking about. Yes. Nearby. In caves.
Great. Which direction? Just to make sure.
And they kind of like look down the path and kind of indicate that way.
Okay. And then I'm going to say, give me a few minutes, and I'm going to sit down, and then I'm going to cast Beast Sense.
Lexi holds up a sign. Are we sending just snakes, or am I also going?
Maybe just Snake or Snake and Callie. Maybe the snake would eat Callie, so maybe not. So maybe just Snake.
That's what I was thinking there, Dovin. You put Callie near them and they're going to be like, food!
I thought she was going to be able to like inhabit the animal, but that's not what that does.
Yeah.
No, it's basically just like a familiar. Temporarily.
Yeah, we had a warlock do that on the druid in my Sunday mid game the game I GM 2 weeks ago. And I like how
Use
that went.
defense on the wild shaped druid.
No, not beast sense. There was a similar spell he had access to from his warlock group things, because it was another homebrew, and he was able to look through the eyes of the druid, basically share the sight of the druid, so that while the druid was being very sneaky and very stealthy, sneaking around an enemy base, the rest of the party could hear what was going on.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that guy, the druid happens to have a cloak of invisibility. He got in a random roll. Plus, he has the boots of elven kinds. And of course, he has Pass Without a Trace, and he's super stealthy. He's practically undetectable. Alright, so, what is it you're going to do now that you have Beast Sense and have talked to these snakes?
Should I just send them down, guys?
Yeah, might as well take a look.
Folk are.
Alright. So, it's going to take a while since snakes are, small and low to the ground. Well, while they are fast, they're not so fast that that they would get there, in any, the same amount of time that you would if you were heading down there. But eventually, they make it towards an entrance to to what looks like a cave system with a lot of heavy foot traffic heading in. And as you were watching through their eyes, you happen to see that there's a lizard folk standing out front, just kind of gazing around casually, kind of looking back and forth. And it seems clear that you've definitely found an entrance to the lizard folk settlement. And with that, we're going to end for this week. knowing that you finally found your quarry in the lizard folk. Plus, you ended up with a lot of platinum for taking care of those bullywugs.
Oh yeah.
A lot of platinum.
325.
Yeah, which equals 3,250 in gold.
I made double that in my Waterdeep game.